Hello hockey fans, Oddman Rush here and welcome back to another video. The IIHF World Championships is one of the most eagerly anticipated events in hockey's international calendar, and on May 13th, 2022, this year's tournament officially got underway. Hosted in Finland by Tampere and Helsinki, the 2022 World Championships features some of the best players in the game representing their respective countries on one of the sport's biggest stages. Though some teams are far more talented than others, and there are plenty of lopsided results, all 16 teams have something to prove at the competition. After all, whether they are a lower-ranked nation hoping to avoid relegation, a middling team looking to play the underdog, or a perennial champion eager to win a medal, there's no shortage of drama and excitement every single year. Given that the competition is well underway at this point, and given that the tournament is full of NHLers, both past and present, instead of focusing on the current players, I figured we should highlight the most notable NHL alumni that are competing in this year's competition. So in today's video, allow me to take you through my list of the top 5 former NHLers who are playing in the 2022 World Championships. Kicking things off at number 5, we have Joakim Nordstrom. The least experienced NHL player on this list, Joakim Nordstrom is joining his country at the tournament following an impressive return across the pond. A third-round draft pick in the 2010 NHL draft by the Chicago Blackhawks, Nordstrom spent parts of 8 seasons in the NHL split between 4 different teams, where he scored 32 goals and 75 points in 444 games for his efforts. In the midst of this tenure, Nordstrom would also get his hands on the greatest trophy in the sport, as he won the 2015 Stanley Cup as a member of the Blackhawks. Not bad for a guy who plied his trade as a bottom 6 forward, folks? Having spent the 21-22 season with KHL side CSKA Moscow, and having potted 14 points in 27 games with the team, the Swedish forward would travel to China and represent his country at the 2022 Winter Olympic Games, where he notched 2 points in 6 contests as Sweden finished 4th place at the competition. Since then, Nordstrom has travelled to Finland, where he has joined Team Sweden for the 2022 World Championships. Having potted a lone goal in 2 games at the time of this recording, the alternate captain of the roster seems determined to produce a stronger result this time around. So, will Sweden finish on the medal podium, or will they fall at the final hurdle once again? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Next up at number 4, we have Sami Vatanen. The only defenseman to be featured in this video, Sami Vatanen shall be representing the host nation thanks to his high-scoring season in Switzerland. A 4th-round pick by the Anaheim Ducks in 2009, Vatanen suited up in 473 NHL games over parts of 9 seasons split between 4 different teams, scoring 47 goals and 200 points in the process. Having spent the 21-22 season with the Swiss National League's Geneva Servette HC, and having finished 3rd in scoring by a defenseman across the entire league with 39 points in 38 games, the Finnish blue liner would join his national team at the 2022 Winter Olympics, where his 3 points in 6 games helped Finland go all the way and win their first ever gold medal at the event. Sounds like a pretty successful year, right guys? Following his gold medal win, Vatanen has returned to his homeland and joined Finland at the 2022 World Championships. With a single assist in 2 games at this point in the tournament, the alternate captain of the roster is looking to add another medal to his trophy cabinet and bring his season to a near-perfect conclusion. Given that he has a wealth of NHL experience to his name, and given that his recent play could help him return to the show for the following 22-23 season, things could certainly be going a lot worse for him, that's for sure. Halfway through this list now, at number 3, we have Franz Nielsen. The oldest player on this list, Franz Nielsen has showed no signs of slowing down, both domestically and on the international stage. A 3rd-round pick in the 2002 draft by the New York Islanders, Nielsen spent parts of 15 seasons in the NHL, split between the Islanders and the Detroit Red Wings, where he scored 167 goals and 473 points in 925 games for his efforts. Having spent the 21-22 season in Germany and having scored 27 points in 33 games with Eisbären Berlin, the ageing forward would help his new side take home a trophy, as Berlin were crowned 2022 DEL champions. Not a bad debut if you ask me, folks. In the midst of this cup-winning year, the Danish forward would also represent his national team on several occasions, as he scored 3 points in 3 games during Olympic qualification, as well as 3 points in 5 games during the Olympic Games themselves, to help Denmark finish 7th place at the tournament. Considering they were an underdog at the competition and had to qualify just to go, and considering that they finished higher in the rankings than Switzerland, Czechia and Germany, Denmark produced one hell of a tournament. Since then, Nielsen has rejoined Team Denmark for the 2022 World Championships. Though he has gone scoreless in his first 2 games of the tournament, and though he is clearly reaching the twilight of his career, Nielsen's lengthy tenure at the NHL level and his notable locker room leadership has made the alternate captain an invaluable asset for a Denmark team looking to play upset once again. Will that happen though? I guess time will tell. Penultimately, at number 2, we have David Krejci. One of the more decorated players in this video, David Krejci finds himself at the World Championships after a strong return to his native league. A second-round pick by the Boston Bruins in 2004, Krejci suited up in 962 NHL games over parts of 15 seasons exclusively with the Bruins, scoring 215 goals and 730 points in the process. In the midst of this storied career, Krejci would get his hands on the greatest trophy in the sport, as he led the entire playoffs in goals and points, en route to helping Boston clinch the 2011 Stanley Cup. Talk about making an impact when it matters most. Having spent the 21-22 season with Czech Extraliga side HC Olomouc and having potted 46 points in 51 games during his debut year back home, Krejci would travel to China and join his country at the Winter Olympic Games, where his 4 points in 4 contests was one of the only bright spots for a Czech team that finished 9th place at the competition. Since then, Krejci has made the trip to Finland and joined Czechia for the 2022 World Championships. With 3 points in his first 2 games of the tournament, the alternate captain of the roster has made a great first impression at this year's event and seems eager to lead his team to a stronger finish than their performance in China. If he can continue to score at a similar pace for the rest of the tournament, he might just do that, you know. And finally, at number 1, we have Valtteri Filppula. The only player on this list to have suited up in over 1,000 NHL games, Valtteri Filppula could find himself amongst impressive company if he leads his country to another gold medal. A third-round pick in 2002 by the Detroit Red Wings, Filppula spent parts of 16 seasons in the NHL split between 4 different teams, where he scored 197 goals and 530 points in 1,056 NHL games in the process. Not only that, the Finnish forward would also get his hands on a championship during this span, as he lifted the 2008 Stanley Cup as a member of the Red Wings. God, there's been a lot of Stanley Cup champions on this list, eh, folks? Having spent the 21-22 season with Swiss side Geneva Servette HC and having potted 47 points in 48 games with the team, Filppula would join Finland at the 2022 Winter Olympics, where the captain of the roster potted 2 points in 6 games to help his country win their first ever gold medal at the event. Wearing the C on your jersey during such a historical moment in your nation's history sounds pretty great to me. Following his gold medal win, Filppula has returned home and rejoined Finland for the World Championships. Wearing the C on his jersey once again as the captain of the roster, and with a single point in his first 2 games of the tournament, Filppula is looking to lead his country to another championship and get his hands on his second gold medal this year. If Finland are able to go all the way, Filppula would become the latest member of the Triple Gold Club, since he has already won an Olympic gold medal and a Stanley Cup championship during his long and successful pro career. Given that there are only 30 members of this group at the time of this recording, Filppula sure would put his name amongst some pretty prestigious company, that's for sure. And that was a look at the top 5 former NHLers who are playing in the 2022 World Championships. What do you guys think about my list? Are you surprised that each of these players are competing at the tournament, or did I leave someone completely obvious out? Let me know in the comments below, I would love to hear what you guys think. But thank you very much for watching, guys, I hope you have enjoyed. I've been Oddman Rush, and I'll see you again next time.